Hi. Hello. Greetings. Thanks for joining us today on this special William Street Swap Shop. You recognize behind me the background has changed. We're no longer on the green screen like we were the last few months. We're in the new studio now. It's finally our first Wednesday to really get a chance to spice things up. And I'm all about spicing things up in life and on streaming. So on William Street Swap Shop on Wednesdays, I host a show called Wonderful Wednesdays, where I interview folks from all walks of life, people who have great ideas. In the past, we've interviewed artists, musicians, video artists, painters, vine artists. We try to stick with artists of all types, creative types, and today we have a special person joining us who I'll introduce in just a moment. But just to recap, the past few Wednesdays we've hosted, there's been special Wednesdays. We had the Davis show, which was hosted by my friend Davis, and on Wednesdays, I do not host a show with Matt, my co-host. He cannot be a part of this. We used to joke in the past that he was wanted for probation, or he was on probation because he was wanted for, he had a misdemeanor in cannibalism. That was just a joke. He just has a busy schedule on Wednesdays, so I take over the show, and I tell jokes. I make people laugh. I think I bring a pleasant, warm afternoon to people on Wednesday afternoons. It's a great time to be, Drake had an album, he said, what a time to be alive. It's a great time to be alive on William Street Swap Shop. And starting the show off today, I want to say thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, feel free to call in at any time. 413-961-4263. And give us a call. We would love to hear from you. And email us at williams.swap@gmail.com or chat with us at adultswim.com/videos/streams. And joining me without further ado is my friend and my colleague, Dana Swanson.
I didn't realize we're friends.
We're friends, yeah. We've been officially Facebook friends for probably a few years now.
Yeah, like I haven't gotten the little record player yet, so I wasn't sure.
Right, you didn't see the announcement like you've been friends with Zach?
No.
Sometimes I get those announcements and it's like, Zach, you've been friends with for example, my mother's boyfriend who vapes, Gary. It's like, you've been friends with him for a year now on Facebook. Celebrate your anniversary. And I'm like, dismiss. Like, that's.
Is it that you feel like Gary doesn't want to celebrate, or is it that you feel like you're not close enough?
I think I'm not close enough yet, and I also don't really want to celebrate because sometimes it's got to be a big friendship. Like, wow, I remember like in the photos, like when we did this together, and that's why you celebrate together.
So maybe we should suggest to Facebook a way to change that verbiage.
Right. And
so maybe Zach and Gary have accepted each other.
Right.
For 1 year.
And we don't actually have to get it just happens.
Yeah.
We're forced to acknowledge, oh yeah, that's right. I guess I should get him something. like
Right.
a gift or something.
Like, just don't block him.
Right.
Like, just refuse to block him for a little bit.
I got him goggles, like the drinking goggles that people drink, like the funny characters in movies and stuff where they put them in sodas and they drink and it goes through your glasses. And I got him like drinking glasses, and he sent me a Facebook photo last night. He said, "Your mother and I love them. We had to buy your mother a pair." And he sent a photo of them both wearing them. And I thought that was really cool. And now I might, on the 2-year anniversary of our friendship, ask him to do that. And sorry, my audio just cut out for 1 second. There it is.
It's okay. New studio, new year, new you.
It's okay. No worries.
It's okay. It's all right.
But before we actually jump into we have a lot to talk about today, and we were actually going to talk about social media because I got a thing I need to. I'm getting social today.
Getting social.
That's right. And who are you and what do you do? You are Dana Swanson. You are. What is your position here? You work at Adult Swim.
I'm Dana Swanson. I work at Adult Swim. I'm wearing my hoodie because I got cold.
Okay. It is a little chilly in here.
Yeah, it's an old Neighbor hoodie.
Right.
I don't work for Neighbor hoodies. But
what's Neighbor Hoodie?
Neighbor Hoodie was a company that was really popular in 2005, where you could put your neighborhood on a sweatshirt.
Really?
And so you could say like Kirkwood, or you could say Candler Park, or you could say like Brooklyn, like you could say wherever you lived and put it on a sweatshirt, and people would know you're cool.
Oh, cool.
But they used like really good quality stock, like they use American Apparel, and we had a bunch of Adult Swim ones that were made, and I got the batch of ones. There's this very special batch, and this is a piece of Adult Swim history. I've been working here since 2005. This was a batch that did not have a dot over the I.
Oh, wow. We just actually, fun fact, about the clothing apparel for our William Street Swap Shop shirt. Matt was creating the shirt. On the black shirts, his finger is missing on the holding up the tips up on the bolo tie.
So maybe that's part of that's how you know it's special.
Right. It's a limited edition.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the shirt with the eye over it, but I have the original hoodie without the eye.
There's no eye.
That's it.
If anybody else does not have an eye, please feel free to email or call.
Mistakes happen.
Just call out. Just say it, and then it'll come to us.
Right. And
good.
And give us a call today if you have any beefs that you want to call with us. If you have any troubles at the swap shop, let me know, because I'm working on doing a better job. And look at me, I'm a big mess. My bolo tie wasn't on the right way.
It's okay. It's okay. Speaking of job, I forgot to mention what it is that I do.
Right,
I just actually talked about my clothing. I am a senior writer-producer for Adult Swim.
Okay.
I make promos and commercials. It's sort of like my main jab. And then I also do a voice on Toonami. I am Sarah on Toonami, and those of you who watch Toonami pre-flight may be familiar with that. Or also, if you just watch Toonami, maybe you know, and now you're seeing this face. This is the face that goes behind the voice.
It's a fascinating position to have. And I think a lot of people in the chat will have questions. But how did you get started at Adult Swim? Did you start off as a writer-producer?
I sure did not.
No?
Like I wanted to write, and I actually applied several times, and I interviewed several times for different positions. And the last position I interviewed for was for a librarian position, and it was something I used to do in school. Like I worked for the Peabody Awards, I worked for their archives, I worked for like a little like audio-video room where people would want to watch like Fatal Attraction all day, and you just have to be like, okay, you can watch Fatal Attraction. And then, there was a library position open within Adult Swim back when we used to have tapes.
Right.
Like
the old tape library.
Digibeta? Yeah.
Which is now the studio where Fish Center and Blood Feast is broadcast.
That was an emotional moment to see that go.
When they vacated that and removed the tapes. I remember seeing them all go.
Yeah, there was several of us who started out in the library.
There were old Space Ghosts. You'd walk by and there'd be old Space Ghost, Brack Show, all the old classics. So you worked as a tape archivist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also I was there during the dawn of DVD. Like when I first got there, we were still putting things on VHS.
Wow.
And we just got a new DVD machine.
Were people like, you got to check out this DVD? It holds a lot more than the tape, and it's on a disc.
Yeah, and you can label it. You can label the actual thing. You can put whatever you want on the menu. It's super exciting.
But don't scratch it. Yeah.
Man, all the problems I had with scratch DVDs.
And at least it's nice. You don't have to rewind it though when you like when someone borrows a tape, they don't have to return it rewound.
No, but that would actually be a problem when I when I did the previous library job, and I would work with stuff like laser discs. Right. And people would say, "Hold my spot, I'm coming back," and then they would come back 2 hours later, but someone else would use the machine. And if you didn't write down, like they thought it was like a tape, and if you didn't write down their time code, they get real PO'd.
Oh no.
So, Yeah, it was
Ticked
a
off.
little TO ticked
Yeah.
off. There was some foaming at the mouth.
Oof.
But it was all okay. But yeah, I went from doing that to I got to know Pete Smith
Right,
really
who's
well.
an idol of mine, and
Yeah.
that's sometimes I make jokes on Swap Shop and pretend I have idols. Like I love Russell Crowe, but I love Pete more than I love, in
It's
sincerity, I love
Easy to
Pete.
do. I
Right.
think I adore Pete, and
Very talented.
Yeah.
We're very lucky to have him. I believe it was Mike Lazo one time who said at a meeting that Pete was the DNA of Adult Swim.
yeah,
I believe he said
yeah,
that,
absolutely.
and I feel that that's true,
Yeah.
and that's getting real.
Mhm.
So then
Real.
you started right after school, or okay, you were working.
Yeah, I worked like shortly after school. Like I had like a year where I was kind of like I worked at Career Builder.
Okay.
I kind of like
Like a monster.com.
worked around. Yeah, it was but they would be like, we're just better than Monster. Like that was like there was a
Really?
lot of like corporate brainwashing they do with that, where like they're like, but really we have more jobs than Monster
Would it
if
be-
you look at the newspaper ads.
And I apologize, Dana, and I'm gonna make a joke. But would it be funny? Like now, Monster reminds me of like LinkedIn, and if Monster, like on Monster, instead of like endorsing someone, you like scratch them because you're a monster. Like people are monsters, or you bite. Like this, they get a fang,
They got scratched.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
eviscerated.
and then it shows the person like three monster claws, like
Oh,
ripping
yeah.
apart their profile or something.
and maybe you're like missing an eyeball because you've been scratched so much.
Right.
Like it'd be really good.
When you're really successful, yeah, your face is just mangled.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a dumb joke. I'm sorry.
No,
have
it's
you,
a good
so
joke.
You, did, when
Hey,
you,
don't apologize for who you are.
Okay.
I know that today is the day that Matt's not here, and he's kind of like your older brother
Right.
figure.
He is.
But I think it's okay to be who you are.
Matt definitely guides,
Yeah.
steers the show in certain ways. And
Yeah.
without him, sometimes I'm nervous and shy.
Don't be nervous. Don't be shy. Just be here. Just be present.
Okay.
Just breathe in. Hold.
Oh, hold.
Hold.
Well, I have to breathe in again because I exhaled.
All right, now I'm gonna let it out. I held for too long, and now I'm a little dizzy. But
Okay,
I think we're
that's
gonna be
better.
okay.
To slow down the pace.
Yeah, just to
Okay.
like really keep it here. I think it's gonna be fine.
We're- And to me, I think a lot of people are already probably going insane, but you do the voice of Sarah on Toonami.
do.
So how did you start doing the voice of Sarah? How did you go from tape archivist to being a senior writer producer and then doing a voice for Sarah?
It's sort of a convoluted path because I also sit near the audio booth where I used to sit really close to the VO booth, and
Okay.
I would help Nick and Katanawat test VO samples and like test the room, and I would like make him laugh because I would sing television theme songs.
Right.
And so he knew I could sing. And when there was an Aqua Teen film that was coming up, the Aqua Teen movie Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie
Right.
film for theaters. Excuse
Yes.
me.
Which I saw in theaters. I was a fan of Adult Swim. They happened to come to my town. I went and saw it in 2007, I believe,
Oh wow, that's it. That's when it came out.
in my suburban neighborhood in St. Louis. I remember seeing it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I recorded a song for that, sort of by accident. It's all things are happening. Things are moving
Yeah.
and shaking.
It's like we have
It's
hands
getting
coming up
real.
and grabbing things.
It's getting real
Yeah.
here on the swaps. Yeah, I recorded a song for that, and that sort of started this. I started a band from doing that.
And the song was one of the more popular songs from theaters. I'm sure people are asking. There we go. That's the song. They're bringing up the song. What's the song on the iPad is what they're asking. People in chat are
Yeah.
asking, what's the song?
Who Are You?
Yeah.
Yeah, the song is called, and it's actually a song I got a writing credit for. It's called I Like Your Booty, But I'm Not Gay.
Which is played, I mean, if you're a fan of Aqua Teen, you've seen the movie. It's the entire movie. During the movie, the exercise machine is running down the city and it's playing.
Yep. And I had no idea it was going to be in the movie that much.
Really? So it was
And-
just, you were down the hall. This is a fascinating
Yeah.
story because you were just, this is how I think things a lot of times work at Adult Swim is,
Yeah.
hey, can you do this? Yeah. And then it becomes a thing.
Yeah, are you in your office right now? Can you do this
Right.
right now? And that's like, and it's not necessarily like a scheduled thing sometimes.
Right.
Like you just have to be there and be present and be like, yep, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
And
if you had
also-
been gone to lunch or you were
Yeah.
talking to someone in another office, they might have been, we'll get somebody else. But obviously, I don't think anybody could have done as good of a job
Yeah.
that you did.
Oh, thank you. You're
welcome.
It's very sweet.
You're welcome.
But doing that sort of just launched we started a little fake band for a while, and then I would do like mixtape segments on the fake band where I had a really kind of breathy voice that I would do sort of like this, and the Sarah voice, Gil and Jason who work for Toonami heard that voice like and they're both big supporters of the Sexoflex. They're very sweet. But I think they wanted me to try doing something like that for when Toonami was going back.
Wow.
And it was super exciting because I thought it was just scratch. Like normally when we record stuff for like Aqua Teen or Squidbillies, sometimes you'll do scratch and then someone else will replace you who has
Right.
like a bigger name, or sometimes you get in, which is cool.
I think I've ran the audio booth when you've done you did VO for Glenn's wife on Squidbillies, which
There you go.
was stayed in, I believe. It started off as scratch and it stayed in, and
stays in a good
now
bit.
you're a voice actress.
I'm a voice actress. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird feeling, but still fun. Like I like doing it. And yeah, I thought I was just scratching when I did Sarah, and then like they're like, no, this is airing.
Wow.
Have fun. I'm like, okay.
Well, let's take I have a clip. You have a clip from Intruder, I believe. Is
Yeah,
Sarah.
Intruder 3, yep.
I believe we cut out 2 clips. There's one with the first clip of Sarah, where Sarah's introduced an Intruder. Let's take a look at that clip. Now I'm just gonna smile while we wait. This is the sound of my voice when you have a cold. It feels good. I like this. This is a good photo. Like if I was at Sears Portrait Studio, like the backdrop, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
pose for it, like.
I'll lean in.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, there's the clip.
I had him right where I wanted him,
Welcome back, Tom. While you've been playing with your new friends, I followed the power systems of the gun batteries to a control unit connected to a secondary server on level 49 of the base.
I thought the station only had 10 levels. Didn't we explore the whole thing?
It appears there are 49 levels, which were sealed off at level 10 and powered down. I had no idea they existed until the defensive batteries came online and popped up in my matrix. I'm integrating the additional systems now. This base appears to have some other purpose. New sensors are coming online too, and they're showing dangerous seismic activity all around us. There's been a hull breach, and we've got movement on the lower levels.
Mystic seismic activity?
Possibly, but it is more likely that we have an intruder.
Oh, right. Of course we do.
So that was Intruder 3. That is Sarah 3.5.
Wow. So, did you start as 3.5 or was?
I did 3.0, and then 3.5 was born out of Intruder 2.
Okay.
And then now during Intruder 3, there's a new Sarah,
Wow.
which is really exciting.
And we have
I've done the voices.
We have a clip of so
Yeah.
when they say, hey, we're doing a new Sarah, do they say change your voice at all, or is it just
No,
do your
it's-
regular voice?
It's actually the only thing that changes are the there's like filters that
Right.
change.
Okay. Audio filters.
Audio filters. Like she's more distorted as 3.5 because
Okay.
she was basically destroyed and rebuilt, and so she has pieces that are sort of all over and trying to come together. So I think that has probably the most distortion on it. But then the new Sarah is not inside of the screen anymore. She's out and about.
And so you have a lot of fans that have interacted with you now that you've done the voice of Sarah. Yeah, there's a following online, and we're briefly discussing this. You said people ask you questions on Last FM.
Oh, Ask FM.
Ask FM.
Yep.
Sorry, not Last
They
FM.
sure do.
And before we get to that, actually, we have some praise from some folks in the chat. Agent Jeffrey says, I've got the soundtrack, I'm assuming for the Aqua Teen Hunger Force Colin movie film for theaters, and blasted frequently. Her song is one of the best tracks on it. And that S word has Killer Mike and the Hold Steady in the mix.
That S word.
Yeah, but they said SHIT, but I'm just keeping. You can curse, but I try to keep it. When people come to me, Zach, he's a nice guy. He doesn't curse.
Right. Well, I'm in your house, and I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't play by your rules. So
Okay.
S, yeah.
And before we actually, I have one other question about that song. Who wrote that song?
Oh, the
like your booty,
the
but,
music to
yeah.
it, or so Matt Malero and myself have the lyric
Okay, so you wrote the lyrics.
credits. Like he had some of the original, and I improvised a
Okay.
bunch on it, and then and it was cool to get that kind of credit. And then I believe Michael Kohler
Wow.
did Nikki Katanawa and Michael Kohler did the music on it.
Okay. I didn't catch their name, but earlier while we were watching the Intruder clip, they said they love the stream because they've gotten to meet, I guess, digitally meet their favorite people that have done things at the network in the last 15 years.
Oh, cool.
So it's really neat. I hope I become one of those favorite people.
I think you're already one of my favorite people.
Thanks, Dana.
And I'm happy that you have this little home here.
Yeah, thank you.
Wednesdays at 1.
Absolutely. Well, so you said people ask on Ask FM, they ask questions. Did you mind taking a look at some? You said you'd be willing to share some of those.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, I actually tried pulling this up earlier. Let me see if I can share the screen. I may need to do it if I need to do it from the other. I'm doing this on my I'm doing this on my iPhone. If for
Okay.
some reason it needs to
We
happen,
have 4 devices on the table today.
we are having a social media war
Right, we're going
room.
to get into social media
We
very
really
shortly
are.
today.
Let me see if I can share this. Okay. Zach, while I figure
Yeah, I
this
can-
out,
I
why
can-
don't you vamp?
Okay, well I'll I don't know what does that mean?
It means you.
Oh,
yeah.
I just talk yap. I yak. I'm a talker. People call me motor mouth. Actually, while Dana's figuring this out, I wanted to talk about a project I worked on with Dana. I believe Dennis has a photo of it. About almost 2 years ago, I was asked to work by Dana. I was asked if I wanted to be a dancer, and I said I love to dance. And then she said, "Do you want to be?" It's for Macaulay Culkin's band, Pete's Underground, and they wanted people to dress up and dance with Pussy Joel, as similar to the band Pussy Riot. So we wore ski masks, and they want us to wear all black and wear ski masks, but with little cat ears on top and cattails. And there's a photo of me. I believe this is from Creative Loafing, taken by Brandon English, who's a photographer here in Atlanta. And here's a photo. That's not me with the wig, that's Pussy Joel, but I'm the guy in the back left with the pink hat, the arms in the air, and I have some black underwear briefs. I said, you know what? I have sunglasses there on the waist. I'm gonna show up. I could wear black pants, but I kind of like it's being a little bit more liberating and free. And
Yeah.
that's me dance. That was such a great time and I saw Dana's true creativity shine through. I think before then I didn't really, I knew you worked on things, but I didn't really get a chance to find out really what you did. And then I saw you performed before Pete's Underground. So you've done improv and you've done things like that in the Atlanta community. So not only are you creating stuff for Adult Swim, you create your own work, which we'll get into after we look at this last Ask FM.
So this is Ask FM. We'll see how this works. So Ask FM it's social media where people can just ask you questions. There may be some poopy words on here,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna warn you.
Wow, so someone's asked literally all of these are questions they're asking you?
They're asking me, and I normally sometimes answered these falsely. But we've got some this one's actually a good question. Have you ever dreamt about becoming a doctor? I think
wow.
that's a great question.
That was 6 months ago.
6 months ago. Yeah, obviously I didn't.
And does it show if you
that.
answer? Okay.
But
Have you ever?
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Zayas.
Dr. Zayas?
Yeah, I'd be Dr.
Nice.
Zayas.
From, is that Planet of the Apes?
Planet of the Apes. This is the first doctor.
I did a
thought
Charlton
of.
Heston impression the other day where he was like, "Get your paws off me, you dang ape." That's what he says in the movie. So there's real questions in here.
Yeah,
I
there's
see.
real questions.
Favorite Inuyasha character
And a
for
lot of
Pokemon.
are they making Blue Exorcist season 2?
Right.
And the stuff that I can't really answer because within my position, I'm just sort of, as Steve Bloom would say, I'm a voice monkey. I can't really give you that background. But we have these questions like, how often do you flick your bean?
Oh.
That.
Why would I get
There
what
we
they're
go.
asking? They're trying to be perverse on the internet.
Yeah, and it's hard. I think that's you get stuff like that, and then you get favorite Pokemon. What was your first job?
Right.
Fish. Okay, great. And then Beetles, and then sometimes it devolves. I think this flick your bean person really wanted to know.
Right.
So that's in there a couple times. We also have stuff like, do you poop?
Oh.
So that's good. And then this is one that I'm a little hung up on this one. I don't think I'll go too far into all these, but can I have the honor of breeding with you?
Of breeding with you. Wow.
This is so if you are maybe you're a male-bodied person or you project as male, maybe you don't get these kind of comments. But it's just a different world sometimes when you present as female on the internet. I'm sure I would get different things, and maybe there'd also mean things too if I presented male or neutral,
Yeah, it is unfortunate that sometimes people ask these questions on the internet.
And so I would say I don't know you.
Right.
Can I have the honor of reading? I don't.
Right.
Where are your papers?
Yeah. What kind of conditions? Because there could be hereditary things that you don't want to pass on.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't want to pass my stuff on. I've got a bunch of issues. So no.
Right. So if you're out on the internet and you want to ask somebody a question, probably best not to ask them if you can breed with them.
Yeah.
But if you want to ask about production on Samurai Jack, go right ahead.
Go right ahead. And then I'll end on this one. And this is not really a question. This is my issue with it. I would like to stick a baby in your butthole.
Wow. Usually, I understand people's fascination with I guess like doing things, sexual things, but I don't. I think using another human. Yeah, that's not consent.
If you were on Ask.fm, ask Zach some questions.
Ask me some questions. Yeah,
Ask
please.
Zach some
Ask
questions.
me
We'll
if
get
you want
around
to
to
put a
that.
baby
In your bum.
in my butthole, or
Yeah.
somewhere else in my
Yeah.
any orifice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off of this because I feel like now we've exhausted.
okay.
It's
It just makes me
a
smile.
time suck.
It's
It'll
okay. People are
get right in there.
people are perverts on
Yeah.
the internet, and I have a warning for you: no perverts allowed on the William Street Swap Shop. You want to take perv? I said I'm a perv before, but I've only said it because I was a perv for the curve, the curved HD TVs. I'm a perv for the curve. See, that's the soundbite.
Somebody is fast on the soundboard.
In context. Thank you so much, Mason.
That was great.
Right,
That was, whew, that is lightning fast. That was great. I don't
So,
think I've
how do-
experienced that kind of speed.
You've done all these projects.
Yeah.
How do you get inspired? What gives you inspiration?
Whoa. I guess I really like trees.
Trees?
Like, it's a
Okay.
weird thing to
Well,
say.
it's good to go outside and see and be outdoors. That's
Yeah.
a good creative process.
I like cats. I stare at
Okay.
cats a lot. I play with cats a lot. I stare at trees and I I guess like I go on Tumblr a good bit and like
Okay.
kind of scroll through and see what I like. But I mostly I feel like I'm obsessed with Norway and Sweden and Scandinavia. Like I'm so fascinated with all this. Like
Right.
it's so pretty to see everything. I was like, do I have a call coming in?
Oh.
But yeah, it's like I think I'm really inspired by seeing that kind of stuff. Like seeing stuff that makes me laugh and playing with other people is really important to me. Like feeling like I can be in a playful space and not just like with so much of my I really enjoy my job. Which is it's fun, but you can get kind of beat down. Like I may write a script,
Right.
and then it like goes off to a client, and they may say like, we got to change like 40 of these things because I say so.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like, oh, and you get to points where you get. I think a lot of people that are in like advertising go through that where you feel like I'm in Mad Men, but there's just less falling. Like
Right.
it's so I try to like just keep playful,
Okay.
and so I do improvise a good bit to kind of
Right.
I've started back with improvising to kind of help like clear the slate.
Right. And you improvise at Dad's Garage.
I do
in
improvise at
Atlanta.
Dad's Garage in Atlanta. Yeah.
Fun fact, if you're ever in Atlanta and you'd like to check out a show, Dad's Garage does a lot of great improv shows, and they have classes as well.
They
Shout
do
out
have
to Dad's
classes.
Garage.
Yeah.
So I would say, I guess you call them, when I first interviewed here, I heard the term suits a lot. People said the suits. So the suits you pitch your script to, you're a very creative, talented person. You write a script, you give them the script, and then somebody who's like a big fan of, not, if you're a fan of it, no harm, but like Big Bang Theory, is like, I'm just not seeing the comedy in this. But you realize like, well, maybe you like jokes on Big Bang, and not everybody likes Big Bang jokes. Are you a fan of Big Bang Theory? I'm sorry if you...
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not, and I'd like to know somebody who is.
Okay. Well, I
It's
feel like
just
some of the people who do approve probably the scripts at the agencies, I guess, might maybe be if they don't, because I can't imagine them turning down ideas from you.
So well, sometimes it's a little tough, Zach.
Has it ever turned out for the better? Like after they give you feedback, do you feel like, oh, that's actually good feedback, I'm gonna change it, and then revise it, and you feel like it was helpful to the creative process?
I'm trying to think of a good example of that. Like sometimes you do sort of try to predict the client. And you think maybe they're going to be too conservative. They're not going
Right.
to go for anything fun, and then they may come back and they may be like, we want something more bonkers, and you're like, I should have done that in the first place. So like sometimes
Wow.
it is helpful to have that kind of. Sometimes there is good feedback.
that's
and
great.
You can like springboard off of that.
Okay. Well, speaking of bonkers, I'd like to transition into
Bonkers.
a music video that you
Oh, it's great.
that you created the band. Were you one of the original creators for your band, Sexoflex?
Yeah, La Sexoflex was sort of it was an offshoot of Insanoflex.
Okay.
It was sort of the next evolution of it. It was just like, it's a fake sex band, which it's like I don't really know how to describe it. It's like Mr. Show meets Peaches.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of like
It's a good. That's really accurate.
yeah,
I
like that's kind of like what we were going
Yeah.
for. So
Well, this is La Sexoflex. This is one of your more popular videos, and I'm sure we'll have some questions after this video. So let's take a look at it.
oh my god.
Oh. Oh my god.
Yeah, did you see that guy on the other side of the internet?
I think he's got a little poop on his face.
Oh, we have to bring him up here to investigate.
Yeah, it was brown.
Oh my god. He also has a burger in his butt.
Oh my god, a chubby decker.
Burger in his butt, yeah.
So what we're saying, he's got some poop on his face.
And a burger in his butt.
Poop on his face?
And a burger in your butt.
You've got poop on your face!
And a burger in your butt.
Poop on your face!
And a burger in your butt.
You've got poop on your face!
And a burger in your butt.
Poop on your face!
And a burger in your butt.
Poop poop platter, hot box chatter, snot makeup, that's fecal matter. Save it up in a pair of dip pens, bring it over, invite your friends, wicked finger paint, ice the cake, spread it all over the motherfucking place. Poop on your face! You've got poop on your face!
And a burger in your butt.
Poop on your face!
And a burger in your butt.
You've got poop on your face!
And a burger in your butt.
Now I can't say much about the doodle round taste, but I keep it on the outside of your poop covered face. What's the matter? You gotta empty your bladder? Well, that's okay. I'll take that too.
Oh shit.
You've got poop on your face.
And a burger in your butt.
Poop on your face.
And a burger in your butt.
You've got poop on your face.
And a burger in your butt.
Poop on your face.
And a burger in your butt.
Chubby decker in the morning, nut brown brown all day long.
Put your butt where your mouth is.
Put your butt where your mouth is.
Put your butt where your mouth is. Put your butt where your mouth is. Put your butt where your mouth is.
It's credits. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Very clean.
I loved it. Favorite music video. It's been out for a while, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna say favorite music video for 2016, 2015,
Thank
all the
you.
way to when it first came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a great video. We work with, or I guess I have worked and I've met the majority of the people in that music video. You, Siobhan, who was one of the singers, and Matt and Drew.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
I'm just now.
good screen
I know
cap.
people. I know people at home don't probably care that I know everybody, but they're a great group of creative people who work for Cartoon Network or have worked for Cartoon Network or Adult Swim.
You're outing all of us right now.
I'm
I
so-
hope you
I'm so
understand.
sorry.
We're all secret.
I didn't mean that to out you guys. But how did that song come about? Who did you write it, or?
So that was with Vassity and myself. We wrote that. We were kind of kicking around on some stuff in my Hyundai,
Okay.
or maybe it was my Nissan Altima. It was,
Was
on
this
the
when the
way
band was
to-
already? Your band was already made. Okay.
Yeah, we were on the way to a show, and I guess we were talking about reverse psychology and a person that would have like poop on their face and and also a burger in their butt.
Right.
And so it just started to become this mantra of like you've got poop on your face and a burger in your butt. And it's a lot of parents have written to me and said like I'd change my baby's diaper to this and say you've got poop on your butt, and I'm like, well, it's a little different, but that's true. So we actually did a baby version that without cuss words. It's got some like baby rattles on the naughty words. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, like I think that's also safe for Zach.
Oh yeah, SFZ.
Yeah, SFZ.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Well, that's great.
fun,
I hope you don't mind us sharing that.
not at all. Not at all. That's my alter ego, Miss Lady Flex. That wig that I've actually had several Miss Lady Flex wigs, and that one died that day. I had to throw it out
Oh,
in
right.
the PC&E bathroom.
Wow. So you're Miss Lady Flex.
I'm Miss Lady Flex.
Okay.
That is my handle on a couple different social medias.
And you're Sarah from Toonami,
Yep.
and you're Dana at Adult Swim.
Yep.
If you have any other names, or maybe we'll come up with a new one today.
I know. I feel like Maybelline would be a
Maybelline.
nice one.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to be Maybelline.
If you're just now tuning in, we have Dana, Sarah, and Miss Lady Flex
All here.
all here from in the William Street Swap Shop.
Mhm.
And feel free to give us a call at 961-4263 if you have any questions for Dana or myself.
Yeah.
I'll answer some questions, but I would rather you ask Dana. But if you want to ask me if I want to put anything in my butt, go ahead. I don't care. I'll answer it. It's just, we're an online live streaming show. Anything can happen. And actually, we have another video I'd like to show before we get on to our next second half of the show. And this is something you just recently submitted. It was a music video called Bumpin'.
Oh, Bustin'.
Bustin',
Yeah,
sorry.
we don't have to watch much of this at
Okay.
all. It's sort of
We'll watch maybe a minute of it.
devolves into naughtiness.
Okay,
but
so we'll
yeah.
watch the first minute, you say? Is that fair?
Sure,
Okay.
yeah, the first minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's take a look at the first minute of Bustin'.
If there's something strange sleeping in your bed, let me tell you something. If there's something weird sleeping in your bed, oh, let me tell you something. Bustin' makes me feel good. If you're seeing things sleeping in your bed, an invisible man sleeping in your bed, let me tell you something.
So that was Bustin'.
Yeah, that's yes, it was Bustin'.
It was great.
Thank you.
loved
It
it.
was a song I couldn't stop dancing to last year, and I made a fan video
Well, I think the
for
context behind it was you were able. It was, I think, if you don't mind me saying, it was it was kind of for work,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was made for. They had a work project. Our on-air promotions team had it, and I love that was you made that. It's fantastic.
I feel like I almost made it as a joke because I really wanted to make it for myself, and then I went like when the sort of festival got announced, I went to Jason's office, and I was like almost as a joke, I was like, I'm gonna make a music video for Bustin', and there's one that already exists. It's great, and like I love the track,
Yeah.
but I think I almost did it as like a dare
Oh.
to do that. And I will say there's some amazing people that are in this room
Right.
that worked on it. And I never know if people want credit for something dirty or don't want
I always
credit.
just give people credit, and then they get if they
So
get
if you
shy
want
about
credit,
it.
raise your hand and I'll shout you out right now.
Well, I know one of the people who was in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jacques is in this.
Yes.
He is in My Invisible Man. If you watch the whole thing, he's got a really great. I'm not going to spoil it
You
here.
can find it online, right?
Yeah, you can find it online, but he ends the piece
Really?
beautifully. Yes.
Okay.
And it's
I've
one of
seen
my
it. So I'm
favorite
pretending to.
filmed moments of
Okay.
all time.
Jock. I thought Jock was also in The Ghost.
He's the Invisible Man and he's Freaky Man.
Okay.
And then Taylor is one of the ghosts. Eddie's
Okay.
a ghost. There's a couple, and
Wow.
Stephanie helped out with it. Like there's some, which I don't know if she wants that credit or not. I never know. I'm like, do people really want to be credited on my dumb stuff? So it's like
No,
never know.
it's great.
Yeah.
You gotta get the credit.
Yeah, I gotta it's like I want to give credit, but I never know if people are like, don't credit me on your bullshit. Like it's like, I don't
I'll
know.
dance. I'll do whatever. I don't mind. I went up to the Pizza Underground. I'll wear underwear. I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
If it's for the arts, I'll do it
it
for the arts.
Do it up.
That's
really.
right.
If it's for the arts,
That's it.
you can't spell art without A,
Yeah.
and you can't spell A without
Hey, yeah, without, yeah.
without.
Well, I was just, you can't spell art without T with that T, with team. and you need a team
You
to
can't
work on your art.
You can't spell art without team, and that's what producing is. We talked a little
is.
about writing, but that's what producing
This
is.
is it's a team building moment.
Creating a good team,
right.
relying on your team.
That's
Yeah.
correct. And to just switch gears, you had a pretty serious moment in your life
Oh,
not too
no.
long ago.
Yes,
And I know,
yes.
and I at first was like, we won't talk about it, but you said you would be down to talk about it. And I
Yeah.
think it's helpful for people to hear, but you had brain surgery a few
Yes.
years back, right?
Yes, I had brain surgery a few years back, about 4 years ago, and actually there's somebody else in the office that has had 16 brain surgeries, so I feel like I can't take the cake.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Wow.
I guess I'm like, maybe it's just common. But yeah, I had brain surgery 4 years ago to remove a tumor, and like I still have some of it kind of hanging out, so it's like still dealing, but it's mostly okay. Like it kind of like with tumors, they mostly chill
Yeah.
until they start like hitting up against stuff that's a problem. So it's like, all right, as long as
So it's
it
like someone
chills,
at a
we're
party
good.
who stayed too long, and you're like, all right, now
Yeah.
it's time to go, and they won't leave.
Yeah, but like sometimes they just leave their beer cans out still, and you're like,
Right.
But
Yeah.
like beer cans aren't as much of a problem as they are, so you're like, okay,
Right.
I can deal with that. So yeah, I had brain surgery, and I was very public about it. Like I documented my process of like finding out that I had a tumor, and then going to different hospitals and different doctors to figure out like what the treatment options were, and then eventually having to fly to Houston to have it taken care of for the most part. And I still update people, and I think I actually got a lot of moms, like a lot of like moms and dads and like parents were getting in touch with me to say like, thank you. I was just up in the middle of the night and I had no idea. Like my kid has been diagnosed with a brain tumor, and I found your video and it made me laugh, and thank you. And I was like, that's the best reward I've ever.
Right.
Like that's the best thing anybody's ever
Wow.
said to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, like
Yeah.
I did like this, because it is a really stressful situation to be in, and to know that like I just couldn't imagine being like the parent of a child who is going through that would just gut me.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry you had to go through it, and the people who have to go through it every day. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you find something, and if you are going through it, and
Yeah.
that's joyous in your life, and something like Dana's videos that you can enjoy and know that you're not alone.
Yeah, just to bring it back around, I actually used to post my brain videos on my YouTube channel, and then I posted Bustin', and I'm like, I wonder how many people that were subscribed to me for one reason, because this is that's a social media
Right.
problem. I don't
It
know if we're
is.
ready to dovetail.
I think it's
into
time.
social
Yeah, I think
media,
it's
but
time. I think we're time to jump into
I
social
would
media.
I would not necessarily advise that.
Right.
Of saying, hey, all you great people who follow me for health humor, why don't you follow me humping ghosts?
Well, we have a lot more questions to ask you, but I think
Yeah.
it is good to jump into social media because
Let's
it's something we've talked about. We're
jump
in
on
the
in.
social media war room. We've teased it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say, Matt, he, like Dana said, he can be like a big brother sometimes. And he's
Yeah.
exactly, I don't think it's a good idea for the show. You shouldn't do it that way. And I say, you know what, Matt? On Wednesdays, I'm going to. And a few weeks back, as you know, we had a beef with Anthony Kiedis. He sent us an email, and he said, please stop shaking hands. And on that email, Matt and I, we started to address the beef, and then we left it alone. But I want to address the beef more, and if I have to do it as myself, I'll do it that way. If I have to do it as Nick, come on, Anthony, bring it on.
Uh-oh, Nick's here.
Back, and it's time to get on social media. Yeah, you see those and the hashtags? I'm sending them all to your way. How come your album hasn't come back out yet? I'm looking for the deluxe edition. That's something I would send Anthony on Twitter, or just starting beefs and make him feel real bad about himself.
That sounds great. Like,
What's up with that mustache, Anthony?
I'm ready. Like, I'm here, and I would like to help you with your social media challenge.
Yes.
Like, I think it's important to have a separate, like, obviously, like, William Street Swap Shop has its own social media presence,
Right.
but learning from my mistakes,
Correct.
I would say that it's probably best to separate out your beef from your greens.
Right. Well, we definitely,
Yeah.
You don't want to, sometimes I'll mix like my potatoes, mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
and corn, and that's good, but some people don't want to do that, and it's best to keep it separate.
You gotta keep it separate.
For me, for Swap Shop, I want the show to seem polite, positive, and upbringing and uplifting, but I don't want my nephews watching this and saying, why is Uncle Zach starting beefs with celebrities? But I do want to address that, and so I think it's time we make a separate account.
Let's do it. So which social medium would you like to begin with, Zach?
Well, I've thought about Tumblr, I've thought about Twitter,
Okay.
but I think Snapchat is kind of our
Snapchat.
go-to
Okay.
What do you think?
I think a Snapchat's a great idea. I'm just gonna see if I can get it.
I don't know how to
gonna
start
get
beefs on
online here.
Snapchat because no one will. You can't tag anybody, but
You
they
can't
can
tag.
see your snaps.
Well, I think what we could do is make a snap, and since you can save it as a memory, you can take the snap
That's
and
right.
then bounce it to the internet,
Twitter,
to
Instagram.
Twitter, and then people are like, "Wow, look at that great snap he made."
Okay, and then if you would also Snapchat works. If you would like to Snapchat us, you can Snapchat us your beefs, and then we'll be able to play them on the show.
Yeah, I think that sounds great.
Yeah,
Hmm
is that fair? Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well,
yeah.
we're at the 12 hole now,
We're at the 12 hole.
which is I think we're about the 14 hole, but we got it looks like okay, we got our password for
we got our password for the internet.
password for the internet, and then we as you know if
Sometimes
you're tuning in.
Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't want me to be on the internet. So
Right.
it's okay. We've got. I would really love to start on the Snapchat,
Well,
but it's okay if we don't.
no,
it's
it's
okay
okay.
if
We
we
can
don't.
whatever you have connected. If you're already connected, let's jump right into
Yeah.
Twitter.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let
do
me see
Twitter.
if I can find a Twitter. This is my. You'll probably see my personal Twitter.
It's okay. Well, we'll wait.
So-
We won't bring it up until you're ready to bring
Yeah.
up your reel. So if you're
Yeah, I'm gonna log out.
new to this week's show, we've been starting the show and ending it at the end of the hour. We don't end at 1:48 p.m. Normally, I would be wrapping it up right about now. My clock says 1:48, but yesterday we started entering the 12 hole, which is the 12 minutes that we have. We invite you to call in. You can join us in the 12 hole and just be a part of the experience. And right now, Dana and I are going to start beefs on social media.
Yeah. So this is I'm on Twitter
Okay.
right now, and
Hi,
it
what's your
says,
name?
"Hi, what's your name? I'm starting a new account.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Do you want to be? I think we talked about swap
right.
swap beef.
Swap beef. That's it.
Swap-
People know that's serious when they see swap beef. Like
Swap
he's got a bone
beef.
to pick. I've got a bone to pick with you.
I got a.
But I think swap beef is good. And then in my bio,
Yeah.
we can put I've got a bone to pick.
What's your number? Why don't we do 555-5555?
If that lets us do it, if not, we can do our 413, our swap shop.
Yeah.
call-in.
Why don't we use the email instead? We have
Okay.
a blanket, and this is okay to show online
is
because this is where you're gonna. If you've got beef, this is where you're gonna go.
Swapbeef at gmail.com.
gmail.com. Okay, we got that. That's a safe thing to show.
That is safe for work. And
Ooh.
then we need a password.
Nope, that's a password from a band.
Oh.
Nope, ignore. So me. So did we swap beef? All right, swap beef.
Swap beef. There we are.
There it is.
And we need a photo first.
Yeah.
Should
No,
be
it gave us beef swap as the name. We
Beef
wanted
swap.
swap beef.
We're not swapping beef.
we wanted.
We're swapping.
We really wanted swap beef.
We're sending beef
What
aggression
makes-
to people.
What makes you special?
I love to swap beef.
Okay, I love to swap beef.
How about I've got a bone to pick with you?
Oh, okay, I've got a bone
Because I'm already
to pick
irritated.
with
Like, why are you
you.
asking me that? I've got a bone to pick with you.
How about two?
Yeah,
People
that's
like
it.
that.
Bone to pick with you.
Pick with you.
That's it.
So let's really make sure. So like I learned a lot. I called a friend who's a social media expert. I'm not
Right.
social media expert. I called a friend who is.
And she works in social. That's her job.
Siobhan.
She's an expert.
Yeah, Siobhan Price
Yeah.
is. She's an expert in social media. You can hire her to help you out. She's got a lot of great advice, but I feel like. Why don't we go our own way, right?
Yeah, totally.
So she
All
says,
right.
you should spell things correctly, but that
Really?
looks more
So
fun.
she said, don't do the number 2.
Yeah, the numbers. Well, do you want 1990? That's a good birthday.
That's a good year,
Sure,
yeah.
sounds great.
I don't want it to seem too old.
Who can see
I'm
this? Where do you live?
I live
Midtown.
Midtown. That's it. Midtown.
Midtown.
Midtown,
Swap.
baby.
Swap beef. I've got a bone to pick with you.
There it is.
So-
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, so let's find. Why don't we just start tweeting at people?
Okay, yeah. Well, I was just wanted to tweet at Russell Crowe
Okay.
and just ask, Russell Crowe, what's up? I haven't seen anything good from you in a long time.
What up? And so we're an egg. Like it also, it's probably
Right.
not advisable not to have an icon.
Right.
But I think again, let's go against.
Okay.
Test
We have a caller who's stepping right into the swap shop this afternoon.
Hello?
Hello, welcome to the swap shop.
Oh, hi, this is Benjamin from Santiago. How are you guys doing?
Hi, Benjamin. We're
Hi.
doing fantastic. How about
Hey.
yourself?
I'm doing good. I finally got through.
Yeah. Oh, well, thanks for calling in. Do you have a beef you'd like us to swap, or a question for Dana?
Yeah, first of all, my sister, I know, it's a really big fan of the Big Bang Theory.
She's a big fan of The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay.
We'll tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did your
we'll
sister
tweet
have a
at
Twitter?
her.
We'll tweet after her and say, why do you like that show?
Yeah.
But no, we'll say
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory. More like,
More like, oh, dang theory.
yeah. or
Yeah,
or
she is a scientist, so
Boo.
she feels really.
Big Boo
Um,
theory.
Big
Yeah.
theory
Big
is how I
theory.
feel about
Yeah,
it.
and then it's spelled ENGHFGHHHH.
Mm-hmm. That's good to
She
know.
relates too much to the show.
Right.
Yeah.
But does she have a good sense of humor, would you say?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Do you like Big Bang Theory?
Well, she showed me the first few seasons. Now it's like at season 12. I guess too much changes have happened. So
Okay.
I don't know. I lost track. And also, I watched that as a kid. So one person grows up,
Right.
grows out of the humor.
It's okay if you like it. The last thing I want to do is me as Zach make fun of anybody for what they like. But me as Nick on my Swap Beef at Beef Swap, my account. Yeah, you better believe I'm gonna make fun of people for everything.
Yeah. Who do you want to make fun of?
Benjamin, who do you think we should make fun of?
Who are we gonna beef here?
Beef.
Yeah.
Who are we gonna
Who's
throw
been really
a cow
messing
at?
with you? Yeah, who's really
Who's
just been
messing?
bothering you on
Who's pooping on it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably my college.
Your college?
It has some. Yeah.
Okay. What's
Okay,
your
let's
college?
do
My
it.
personal college.
Do they have a Twitter?
On Twitter?
Yeah.
I guess it's at DuocUC.
DUOC?
UC. Yeah.
UC?
DUOCUC. Yeah, it has
Is
a bunch of workshops.
DUOC? Like
Yeah, it has a
DUOC.
bunch of
And I'm looking it up on my.
DUOCUC. Yeah.
Mhm,
It has
okay.
a bunch of workshops that are really interesting, but they get cancelled because no one goes.
Is it DUOCUC? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of found it there.
So I guess so we need Zach or Nick,
Right.
really, to really beef this place. Like
So
how do we give it to them?
so what? Benjamin, go ahead and say they have a lot of workshops, but they don't make sense.
No, they have most of them don't make sense, and the ones that are interesting, they get cancelled before they start because
Okay.
no one goes.
All right. So we'll just say, what's up with all?
That's fine.
What's something? Twitter, you got to be short and concise.
Yeah.
Workshops,
More
not.
like jerk shops.
Yeah, jerk shop. There we go.
Yeah. How about
Workshops.
that? Yeah.
More like jerk shops.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Oh yeah, hashtags are good.
Yeah, we should hashtag
Those
it.
Siobhan did say hashtags are good, and I believe her.
Hashtag fly a kite.
More like, oh yeah, that's good. More like
Jerk shops.
jerk shops, and then fly a kite.
Or just hashtag sad.
Oh yeah. Oh, hashtag sad.
Yeah.
We can do both. We got enough characters,
Okay.
so fly a
It's important to keep
kite.
the characters.
Do we want a hashtag sad face or just a sad?
But maybe just a sad.
Sad.
Yeah.
And maybe adult onset depression.
Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Adult onset depression.
That sounds. They'll get the
Yeah,
message.
that's kind of the main atmosphere that is in
Will
there.
they get
Yeah.
upset with us, Benjamin? That's the one thing I do. Me as Nick doesn't. I don't care if your school gets upset with me. School's lame. But me as Zach, yeah, I don't want to upset anybody at the college because I don't. If there's prospective students, I don't want them to not go there because of my activity on the internet.
Yeah. Well, speaking of your activity
Yeah,
on the
sure.
internet, let's give the people what they want. I think they're gonna need just
Okay.
some like a presence here.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, I'm sneaking over here.
We
I'm
got
gonna
our
get.
wardrobe.
Let's
Dana
find
brought.
like let's find a good mean look for you. I feel like this is a good mean look.
Okay.
Like it's nice and mean.
Is this a hat?
This is like you can just drape this.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
just drape this on you.
Yeah.
Like you're the magic of mean, I think.
I'm the
You're the
mean
magic of
green
mean.
meme machine.
Yeah, and then let's put this on too.
Okay.
It's
Over the headset.
yeah, just over.
Okay.
I think that's good.
Perfect.
And so now people know who they're messing with.
Yeah.
So I think this is really important here.
Yeah. You want to come at me
Billy.
on Twitter,
Come
Snapchat,
at me.
Instagram? Come at me, bro.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna take
Alright.
a photo.
Your tweets. Delete.
There we go. All right. Is that good? Approved.
That looks great. Yeah. I'm the king of the, swap beef.
Yeah.
You got a problem with me? Take it up with my Twitter handle. I'm gonna ignore it, and I'm gonna warn you if you come on Instant Messenger. Once you get 90, 100%, you're gonna get blocked. You're gonna get kicked off. Send me
Yeah.
DM messages, direct message me, and I won't reply. I'll use Twitter, Instagram, hashtag not my problem. NMP.
NMP. As I also put blocked for life with a Y.
There you go. Toby Maguire, what's up with you? What's going on with you? I haven't seen anything new from you in a while. That's the only tweet I can think of to celebrities is people who haven't been working hard. Hey, you haven't really been working that hard. You need to get back to work.
Yeah, good. Well, this one just went up. We're gonna add that. I'm gonna choose that as now. That's gonna be your icon.
Okay.
So that's a good one. That's really hot, I think. I think people know Swap Beef. I've got a
Right.
bone to pick with you. This is great. I think we've made progress here.
That's it.
And you know what? We were doing some. Let's see. If
We've
we
only
guys
touched
keep,
we've only
we
brushed the surface
Twitter.
of one Twitter. Yeah.
I feel like we
really
could
wanted
just
to
keep going.
Yeah, we could. Are we tying these tweets to Instagram as well? So in case Russell Crowe's on Instagram, he sees.
Oh
the
man.
photo. One time I made a bird. I think I've shown it before. It was a bird body with Russell Crowe's face on the top of it, and I'd love to send him that photo. Like, what's up,
Ooh.
bird brain?
What up, Bird Brain?
Yeah.
I want to see if we can change this beef swap. I wanted swap beef.
Swap beef. Yeah.
I wanted swap beef for you, but now I feel like beef swap has to be it.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
your handle.
I guess that's me now.
That's you
What,
now.
you think I'm
Yeah, now you
swapping
can.
me?
Oh, you're
At this
Nice.
one now you can change the Twitter handle, so
Oh.
it's pretty easy.
Oh, really?
How do you do it? Can you tutorial us?
So what? You're swapping me?
It's on settings.
Send me a tweet.
It's something they
Settings.
added on that last
Turn on
year.
night mode. Settings. Moments.
Settings.
Settings.
Yeah, you got beef. I got it all.
You got it all.
Stroganoff, beef. Send it my
Settings.
way.
It's on the general
I'm swapping
information,
beef.
and then you can change the Twitter handle.
Oh yeah, username. Hey everybody, we're changing it to swap beef.
And it will be for real
yeah,
this time.
exactly.
Yeah, it's for real. New swap beef.
Okay.
We're doing it.
How did
so
you do that, Benjamin?
he guided
Huh?
me.
Oh. Benjamin's
Yeah.
really helpful. Thank you, Benjamin. That was really
Yeah.
helpful.
Swap beef.
No
So
problem.
I feel like this is a continuing series.
Right. We might
It's-
have to revisit this because we don't have a whole lot of time
Yeah.
left.
We really don't, and like I'd really love to get into.
Right. We've only touched the surface. I think I talked too much, Dana.
No, not at all. How would you like to close out the show? I think we should take some mean,
Yeah, I think we should
like
close out with some
intimidating
photos. Yeah.
and then we're gonna post them.
Okay.
And then whenever I come back on, we'll check in and see how your
And we'll
beef
start more beef wars.
social media is
Right.
doing.
That
So let's
works.
just do a nice photo shoot here.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you
I've
so much
got-
for your call, Benjamin. Have a great
Yeah.
afternoon. Good luck
No
when
problem.
school starts back
Don't
up.
get touchy buttons.
Oh yay! Thank you, touchy buttons. All right, I think
Yeah.
we're gonna put
Yeah.
we'll put this on.
I love
So,
giraffes.
Yeah, put that on.
But your zoo,
then- Yep, put
not
that
as
on.
good as
Zoo to you.
St. Louis zoo.
And then let's see what else we got. Oh, you got a good. Yeah, that's good. I think just keeping that red is just hot.
Ooh, yeah. I feel like I'm in eyes wide shut.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. That's pretty good. I'm just getting these. These will show up on Swap Beef later. So, oh wait, now we're back in mirrored. We're back in mirrored
we're
mode.
good, boy.
Look the chick out. Okay, here we go.
Tilting the chair like it's
Yeah, that's good.
like I don't care.
That's good.
Stuff. Yeah, I'll break stuff.
Who cares?
Who cares
Break
if I
stuff.
hurt your feelings?
Oh yeah,
I'll
look
break
at.
your Twitter.
So what do these shoes do? These shoes are gonna stomp on your tweets. Just
Delete
stomp.
your Twitter is what I say, because I'm the only one you're gonna find on Twitter. I'm Nick, and that's the deal.
I'm Nick, and that's the
That's the
deal.
deal.
So, all right. That's it. That's all she
Hey,
wrote.
thanks so much for watching the William Street Swap Shop today, everybody. Have a great afternoon. And thank you so much, Dana, for coming on the show
Thanks for having me.
and working with